What's up, guys? Okay, so I'm done with the box and the system and all that nonsense. I've been working on this thing in the back, and if you notice, the back wheel is looking kind of straight. So what I did the exact opposite of buying the right parts. I just went over to my late grandfather's shop over there. He's got a bunch of metal and stuff that, is now mine, but anyway, found some sheet metal, 1/4 inch. Well, it's not really a 1/4 inch. I think it's a little less. It's in between a 1/4 inch and 3/16. I don't really know. It's a little less than 1/4 inch. That's the best I could tell on the tape measure. It's not exactly a 1/4 inch, but I made some mounts under here. I'm gonna try to get this. Let me go see if I can get a light, because this phone does not do good from light to dark. I'll just show you this real quick. Oh, and also I popped this headlight loose. You can see that headlight's clear. I popped the lens off and I cleaned the backside. I'm guessing what happened to this headlight is a bulb must have popped in it and put a bunch of smoke on the inside of it. So now that headlight kind of matches that headlight. I need to polish that headlight a little bit more. Just little stuff that don't really mean nothing. But if you look under here, damn, you still can't see it. You can kind of see that bar. Shit, I guess I'm gonna have to get on the ground. Oh, man. That guy right there. And I welded the back side, the front side. I'm not done with it either. What I'm gonna do at the bottom down here, I'm gonna get some 1/4 inch angle iron from here to here so I can bolt it here, 1/4 inch angle iron here, weld it here so it'd be really stable. And also, this is the wrong way to do this. I could have, damn. I could have just spent $400 or $500 to get the back done, but I don't have that kind of money, and I got a bunch of steel and metal over there I could use, 1/4 inch stuff, whatever. Let me wipe off real quick. Man. Okay. So yeah. And I quadruple measured the other day when I did this before I welded those bars, because it's just 2 bars. That's just 2 bars coming down from the stock mounting position. So I could get those bolts tight, but it's still going to do this. So I basically got it straight. I used some straps, pulled the rear end straight, and then welded around the back sides and stuff. And believe me, it's solid. That's solid. But I'm not done. Like I said, I'm going to get some angle iron, weld the backside, bolt it. I'm going to make it pretty strong. But I mean, it's, from what it measured, I couldn't exactly get it perfectly straight because I tugged on that other side with a strap, and I got it close. And I mean, it's within maybe a 32nd or a 16th, about the most accurate you can measure from measuring the rear end to a point on the frame. It's about as accurate as you can get with this janky stuff here. So it's close. And I took it for a ride down the highway last night. Other than it being kind of wibbly wobbly, which probably because I got a loose sway bar under there, it drives straight. I let go of my hand, took my hand off the wheel at 70 miles an hour, and it didn't just go to one side or go to the other side or crab walk down the highway, like a 4-wheel drive a lifted four-wheel drive that you've seen, you know, somebody not lining the rear end up right. I mean, it seems to go straight down the highway. I guess the ultimate test whenever I get this rear end done is to have someone follow behind me and tell me if it's crab walking. If it is, I'll just cut that shit out from under there and wait and buy the stuff. But you can see this side looks the same as the other side. That's the side that I thought might be a 32nd in, but I got it as close as I could. And also I got this bumper sitting kind of straight now. Let me see if I can get this bumper. The bumper still needs to come up. Like, you can see right here, it's a little down, but I mean, this bumper's no good. I mean, if I push that up, it's like maybe 1/8 of an inch it needs to come up, but I'm happy with it. That's good enough. And I'm not going to show you what it looks like under there because I'm not getting on the ground again. But basically, I cut slits all the way up in the back part of the frame, and I tilted the back part of the frame up, and then I got a bolt on each side at the bottom of the frame holding the gap. And I haven't welded it yet. I'm just I was just looking at it and making my mind up, but I need to just go ahead and weld it and be done with it. Because in all reality, this thing needs a new frame. That's not going to be good enough. But what is my dog barking at? Oh. They must have got into something. Huh. But anyway, let me come back in a little bit. I need to see what my dogs are doing. Okay. So basically under here now, I got everything tight. Good thing I checked because these sway bar bolts were loose. I got this tight. Over here, this one that was giving me a problem, I got that one tight. I zip tied the emergency brake cable up just to the sway bar. It'll be fine. And it kind of leaves it loose under here. Leaves it loose right here. This one's kind of loose. I mean, I've tried to get them out of a bind as much as I could. Everything's solid and tight under here. So I guess I may try to take it for a drive here in a minute and just see if I have any more problems. The main problem I was having, which isn't really a problem, if you look up there, that inner fender well is real close to the tire since I moved the rear end back where it's supposed to be. So yeah, that to me, that ain't an issue. I think that already is self-clearanced anyway, but if it is a problem, I'll get in there and I'll cut it with the razor blade. I've been on the fence if I want to try to get rid of these rims anyway and get a set of 20-inch GM style wheels. Something a little smaller, but I don't know. I mean, the rims kind of fit the, I guess, the generation of this vehicle. You know, in the early 2000s, you've seen these rolling on 20s and 22s, and it would be these style wheels. The Chinese, whatever, Chinese cast aluminum, crap aluminum wheels. And plus, all four of these wheels are perfectly straight. No curb rash, no bends on any of them. Tires are like new and they're fully balanced. So they ride just fine. But let me go inside, get cleaned up. I may take this thing for a little piece down the road and just see what it does. It's not registered or insured. It's in my name, so I can't go far. But I can see if it at least goes straight and see if tightening that sway bar fixed some of my wobble. It don't really pull direction. It's just whenever I was riding 60 to 65 to 70, it just felt real unstable. Plus, the front end's not even aligned yet. So that could greatly affect it. You know, I'm thinking that's what it is. But everything in the back is tight now. So I'll come back and I'll take this for a short little piece down the road. Okay guys, I finally made it in here. I'm gonna take it for a little drive down the road, just see how it does with the sway bar tightened up actually. Well, it starts up like it usually does. Again, I'm gonna kind of keep this vehicle for a while. But in the far future, this will be a LS swap for something. Whether I put it in that 53 Chevy over there, or if I happen to find a 88 through 98 single cab short bed, or a 99 through 06 typical, your average short bed with a V6. This 6.0 and 4L65 will be going in there. If I find a 99 through 06, I may put most of this interior in there. Who knows? Although it'd be kind of tacky with, I guess not, most of this interior in a single cab that's not an Escalade. But I don't know. All right, well. Let's see. Try to get out here. I parked really close to these poles over here. I try to give the girlfriend the most room, because this junk don't need to be under here. Yeah, it feels solid in the back, and I don't know about this light being on this phone while I'm driving. I don't guess I could turn that off. No, I don't think so. Oh well, we'll just roll with it, I guess. And it does bottom out a little bit on these big bumps, which is to be expected. It actually don't do too bad with how close the rear end is to the frame. Well, it's not really the rear end close to the frame. It's the where the panhard bar bolts the mount on the frame for the panhard bar. You know, it kind of tilts up now, and it hits that cross member. I need to get under there and just hack that cross member, a little hole in it for it to go through. Because like I said, this frame is no good. But it's actually pretty smooth now since I tightened up that sway bar. Shift smooth. That transmission I put together still working. I knew it would. That may have been the first, this may have been the first transmission I've ever actually taken apart and put back together. I don't know. I'm scared of transmissions. You know, I don't mess with them. I'll do engines, rear end, just anything else. It's just, and this is just a 4L60, so it's not like it's a really complicated piece. You know, I would not even think about doing anything else, like a 6L80, you know, or 6L90, the newer stuff. No. This thing is actually pretty solid now since I tightened that sway bar up. You know, shouldn't be surprising because it is a sway bar. And this thing probably is floaty like a boat, but it is driving down through here nice now. And you know, I'm hitting some bumps on the passenger side, and it's like not flopping or anything. So, oh God, kid, stay off the road. I've seen a kid back there playing in the yard. I'm so afraid these kids are just going to run out in the road because their damn parents don't watch them. My grandpa actually went to jail a few months ago. No, it was probably like 6 months ago. My grandpa on my dad's side, because he was driving down a highway and there was a house on the side of the highway. Well, a 4-year-old girl was on a go-kart and she swung out a little too far and went kind of in the it was a 2-lane highway. She kind of went in the highway, and my grandpa, he clipped the back of her go-kart. Didn't really hurt the girl much, but he kept driving because I don't know if he thought it was just something that just darted out in the road, because it was a little go-kart and a 4-year-old girl. Now, let me ask you this. Is 4 years old, is that old enough for a girl to be riding a go-kart on the side, you know, a house that's on the side of a major highway, like a 2-lane highway, you know, that's steadily, it's busy. It's in between Center and St. Augustine. You know, there's all the time, there's, I'm just putting my phone down because there's a car coming towards me. But, you know, that highway always has 18-wheelers and loggers on it, log trucks. I'm sorry, but 4 years old is too young to be, you know, driving a go-kart anywhere. Maybe if you live out here and you're in a pasture, and I don't know what type of go-kart it was, if it wasn't very fast, but still on the side of a highway, that's just no. Man, this thing is driving good. And look, my hand's off the wheel, it's going straight, so I don't think the rear end's too cattywampus under there. And I can hear bugs hitting the windshield. Ugh, I don't drive this thing that much, it just makes me cringe. Alright, made it to the highway, Highway 7, a very dangerous road. I'm gonna wait till it's nice and clear before I pull out. Hopefully we don't see Mr. Popo. Smooth, run smooth. And this thing, I swear, these have got to be the most balanced set of old ass rims I've ever been on. 60 miles an hour and it's driving straight as an arrow. I mean, it ain't pulling weird or anything. I still hear bugs hitting the windshield, which bothers me. I don't like shining this phone with a light towards the traffic because you never know who might be a cop, and they probably would pull me over wondering what I'm doing, because this is a pretty bright light on this iPhone. We're gonna come down here maybe to this bridge down here and turn around. Oh yeah, I can let you hear the system. Come down here, it may not be much people around, but the bridge is right down here. Plus the gas is on the low side. I don't want to go that far. I put 5 gallons in it a few days ago. I've only been maybe a mile or two, but you know, this being a 6.0, I should have pulled in there. But there's an 18-wheeler parked in there, so that could have been someone sleeping. It's not pulling or driving all weird or anything. It's actually staying pretty straight. So that sway bar may have been some of the problem. I need to go ahead and get this thing aligned. Alright, we're at the bridge now. Oh, that was rough right there. But it didn't really bottom out. It wasn't metal on metal. Man, this thing just drives so smooth with these big ass wheels. You know how wheels are when you first buy a set of big wheels and they don't have any bends or dents in them. Brakes work good. It stops straight as an arrow. I'm just trying to watch out for trash and stuff. Alright, I'm just gonna pull right here on the side. Kind of get over a little bit more. I'm not gonna stay here too long, but I'll find something to play. Well, shit, I didn't even bring my other phone. Yeah, the AC don't work in here right now because some dumbass took the rear AC out and hasn't fixed it yet. I don't even have USB or anything. Shit. I don't know. You probably aren't going to hear it good right here. Let's see. Sounds all right. The radio's not going to pick anything up good right now. Shit. Well, I guess that was a fail. I should have brought my phone with my other stuff on it, and I have some decaf stuff on there. It actually sounds pretty good. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and start making my way back. Let's see. To be careful, especially with these dark ass windows. I have to look like 5 times. Oh yeah, she does good. She stayed perfectly straight. That was about half throttle. We get it to 70 right there, yeah. Oh, that was rough. It still has a little bit of wobble to it, but I'm sure that's because the front needs to be aligned. But just cruising, I mean, it drives straight. Nice and smooth. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and put this phone down and focus on driving. All right, guys, I made it back home. Did pretty good. But I think this front end is the most of the wobble, because it does, when I move the steering wheel, I mean, it's not aligned. It needs to be aligned. But anyway, I guess that's gonna conclude this video. It does drive straight. It drives amazing at 70 miles an hour, even 75 and 80. But now it's got bugs all over it. So I may come out here real fast and spray it off, spray the windshield, and just spray the front real fast. That's literally the first time I've driven it in I don't know how long. And this, I need to do something about that. But yeah, check the brakes. Yeah, pretty warm. Oh yeah, pretty warm. The backs, yep, about the same. Yep, about the same. A little bit too warm to touch on all of them. Nothing smoking, nothing leaking, I don't think. But anyway, I guess I'm gonna end this video here. You guys have a great day or night and everything. We'll catch up with you in the next one.